All right, let's talk about the future, specifically the year 2035. What's it going to look like with artificial intelligence becoming a bigger and bigger part of our lives? We've dug into what over 225 experts are predicting, and believe me, they're painting a picture of two very different worlds we could end up in.
And really, it all boils down to this one huge question. This is the big one that all the experts keep coming back to. It's the core tension for the next decade, right? It's this tug of war between our own ability to choose and the ever-growing power of AI. So what are we building here? Is it a partner, or are we creating a master?
And you know what's really striking is that the experts, they pretty much all agree on one thing. Humanity is standing at a massive crossroads, a real fork in the road, and the choices we're making right now, they're going to lock us into one of two completely different futures by 2035. So let's explore both of these paths, and we'll start with the more worrying one.
Okay, so this first path, this is where our relationship with AI gets a little unhealthy. It's not just about convenience anymore. It's about a reliance so deep that it actually starts to chip away at who we are. We're talking about losing our core human skills, our freedoms, and maybe even how we connect with each other. It's a future where we just become passive.
And this quote, wow, it lays out a pretty scary idea. Techno-feudalism. Just think about that for a second. It's a future where a tiny group of tech elites basically own and control the AI that runs everything. And Professor Esser's warning is crystal clear. If we're not careful, if we don't protect our education and our freedoms, we could end up with what he calls no-skilling, losing the very abilities that make us independent, thinking human beings.
So let's dig into that idea of de-skilling, because it's a huge deal. And we're not just talking about forgetting how to read a map or do math in your head. No, the experts are worried about something way deeper. They're talking about losing fundamental human virtues, things like patience, empathy, even our own judgment, all because we just stop exercising them.
And this really breaks down the trade-offs, doesn't it? Look at what we're putting on the table. We hand over our critical thinking, our social skills, our ability to solve problems on our own. And what do we get back? Well, maybe some AI companionship or super efficient algorithms. But the big fear here is that this trade just hollows us out. I mean, why would you struggle to achieve something real and difficult if an AI can just give you a perfect, easy simulation of it?
And then there's the social side of things. Another huge concern is that we'll just drift apart. As we start outsourcing more and more of our interactions to AI, for dating, for friendship, you name it, that messy, complicated but essential work of connecting with other humans, it could just start to disappear. And that could pour fuel on the fire of the loneliness epidemic, right? We'd be swapping real relationships for these perfectly optimized, frictionless simulations.
But maybe the scariest part of this future is this: the complete breakdown of truth. Experts are warning about an information world that's just polluted by AI. We'll have personalized media that traps us in these filter bubbles we can't escape from. And with deepfakes getting so good, how will we ever agree on what's real? It becomes almost impossible to have a shared reality. And as one analyst pointed out, no society ever, in all of history, has lasted long without some kind of shared truth.
Okay, so that's the grim version. But remember, that's just one possible future. There's another path. It's the path of augmentation. This is where we don't give in to AI. Instead, we co-evolve with it. We use it as a powerful tool to literally unlock our best selves.
The big idea here is an AI that's loyal to you, not to some giant corporation. Imagine having a personal AI that's like a trusted companion. Its job is to help you make choices that line up with your values, to look out for your well-being, not just to figure out the next thing to sell you. That is a total game changer, a massive shift from being manipulated to being truly empowered.
And on this path, AI becomes the ultimate tool for tackling humanity's biggest, gnarliest problems. I mean, just think about it. AI diagnostics that can catch diseases years before a human doctor ever could. Smart grids that perfectly manage renewable energy to combat climate change. Or what about education that's truly personalized for every single student on the planet? The potential is just mind-blowing. In fact, some experts get really excited about this. They think it could trigger a new enlightenment. An age where AI doesn't replace us, but actually makes us more human. It would be a catalyst for our own ingenuity, sparking creativity and teamwork like we've never seen before. So instead of making us weaker, AI could actually help us become better at the things that make us human. Compassion, big picture thinking, connection. So there you have it. Two wildly different futures, one of dependence, one of partnership. So what decides which one we get? Well, the experts all say the same thing. It all comes down to the choices we're making right here, right now.
And they've pinpointed 3 key areas where we can really tip the scales in the right direction. And this isn't some abstract, techie stuff. This is about our laws, how we educate our kids, and our basic rights in this new digital world. So let's break down what that actually looks like.
This really gets to the heart of the governance debate. Right now, we're mostly living in that left column. AI is driven by profit, and our data is owned by corporations. The other option? Treat AI like a public utility, something that's here for the public good. That means democratic oversight, you and I owning our data, and a focus on what's best for society, not just what's best for shareholders. Some people are even talking about a kind of digital FDA to make sure these AI systems are actually safe before they're rolled out. And this point is so important. It comes down to education and our own habits. We have to make a conscious choice, an active effort to keep building skills like critical thinking and creativity. The best way to think about it is like a muscle, right? If you let the AI do all the heavy lifting, your own human abilities are just going to wither away. You don't use it, you lose it.
So when you boil it all down, this whole challenge, it isn't really just about tech or politics, it's bigger than that. It's philosophical. AI is holding up a mirror and forcing us to ask ourselves, what does it actually mean to be human?
And just a reminder, none of this is science fiction. These aren't just wild guesses. These hopes and these warnings come from the combined wisdom of more than 225 experts, the very people, the technologists, the ethicists, the researchers who live and breathe this stuff every single day.
Which brings us right back to where we started, with a choice. The technology? It's going to keep advancing. That's a given. The real unknown, the variable in the whole equation, is us. As machines start doing more and more of what we used to call human work, the real question isn't what will the machines do? The real question is, what will we choose to do? What will we do with our time, our energy, and our humanity?